I'm going to use Halloween makeup filters to design this character. First up we have eyeshadow, and it ended up being this red color, which is fine. It's kind of boring, but whatever. Here I am just kind of laying out the basic colors of everything. Next we had eyeliner, and we had this cute little ghosty. It's so cute. The ghost detail will come later, I promise, but for now I just kind of laid out the eyeliner. And then I did the lips, and the color is great. I'm just not a fan of the spiderweb on the bottom lip, but that's just me. And then I got mouth stitches as a little added detail, so now the mouth feels extra busy. I'm not a big fan, but I'm gonna do my best. Now I'm going in and I'm just doing some basic coloring her skin, whatever color I wanted. In this case I went with a tan. And then I went back in and defined those red lips and the red eyeshadow a little bit more. And then I thought I would have some fun with the hair, and this filter chose purple. Not my first choice. But I do like the color purple. Because of the purple hair, I ended up going with these gold eyes and gold accents just to complement the hair color a little bit. But yeah, here's the final character, and I'm gonna give her a 7.5 out of 10, I think. Yeah. Let's use Halloween makeup filters to design a character. You all loved the first one so much, so I'm doing it again. First off, we have lips, and I ended up getting this really pretty purple color. I'm biased, though I love purple. Now it's time for eyeshadow, and I got this dark blue, and I was already feeling galaxy vibes, but I didn't do it. I didn't do galaxy. Be proud of me. Next, we had this really cool spiderweb eyeliner. Love that one. Then there was the added detail, which I got this little blood drip, and immediately I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do. Lastly, there was the hair color, in which I got black. I did my liner off camera, and now it's time for color. If you haven't already figured it out, I'm making a vampire character. The blood drip from her mouth kind of set that whole thing in motion. I think that the spiderweb eyeliner look really works well with the vampire vibes as well, and the black hair. It all came together. The only thing I would change would be the eyeshadow, but overall, I give this one a 9.5 out of 10. Welcome back to another video of Halloween makeup filters design my character. First up we have the lips, and I got this green color. I do want to note I am going to be using blue-green in the color layout phase. It's going to change to green later, don't worry. And the same goes for the eyeshadow, which coincidentally matched the lips. I swear this was random. I did not plan this, but I'm very happy that it matches. Next, I got this spiderweb eyeliner, and this one's a little bit different than the previous one. The previous one went under the eye more, and I love this one so much more. Next up were extra details, and in this case I got stitches, and I'm just kind of using them as inspiration. I don't like the placement of the stitches on the makeup filter, so I'm doing my own thing here. And last we had the hair, which was rainbow, which is not Halloween vibes whatsoever, but we're gonna work with it. Now naturally, because of these stitches and the green makeup, my mind immediately went to a Frankenstein girl. I know, this is the second Frankenstein girl I've done this year, but this one's different because it's just hand-drawn and not actually torn and stitched back together. Which, by the way, if you didn't see that video, I highly recommend. I'm so proud of that piece. I digress. Lastly, I did her rainbow hair and added some white detailing. As much as I do love rainbows, she's not super Halloween themed, so she's getting a 7 out of 10. You all know what time it is again. TikTok Halloween makeup filters design my character. First up, I got these purple lips, and there's little black speckles in it, so they're a little bit different than the previous ones I had. Next up for eyeshadow, I got this orange and yellow eyeshadow, which doesn't match the lips, but I'm gonna make it work. And then eyeliner was kind of boring. It's just basic eyeliner. So I'm just tracing over what I already had. And then I got the mouth stitches again, but I'm gonna use it. Maybe I can make a proper scarecrow this time. Last, for the hair, I ended up getting red hair, so I was definitely gonna lean into the whole scarecrow theme. Looking at these color combinations, I was panicking just a little bit because I didn't know how I was going to make all this work together, but I managed to do it, and I actually am pretty happy with the result. I've mentioned before how balance is insanely important to me in my drawings, so I just balanced out the purple and the yellow throughout my drawing, and it worked. I also do want to mention real quick, I made a mistake. So I was not liking her eyes for quite a while, and to combat this, I added a bunch of eyelashes without thinking. Because of this, I ended up covering up the eyeliner, but luckily it was a really simple eyeliner anyway, so hopefully you all can forgive me. But here's the final result, and I give her like an 8 out of 10. Do I even need to explain what I'm doing at this point? We're doing the filter thing again. First up we have lips, and I got these red vampire style lips. And then for eyeshadow, I got this really pretty purple color. And here I am just laying it out, you know, as I do. The filters weren't picking up her face, so I had to enhance some of the lines here. But for eyeliner, I got this little bat wing liner. Between the lips and now this, vampire vibes all the way. Next up, I was hoping for the blood drip, but instead I got these like porcelain cracked spots. So she's like a vampire doll, I guess. Lastly, it was time for hair color, and we got pink, which I'm not a huge fan of getting pink for a vampire vibe, but at least the color that's already been used in the drawing will blend in a little bit easier. I feel like I made a mistake with her skin. I went with a muted, diluted purple color, and I felt like it not only clashed with the eyeshadow, but also with the hair. I heavily debated going over it with an earthy color, but I was afraid of ruining the piece even more, so overall, I'm gonna have to give this piece like a 6.5 on 10. She's cute, but the colors, eh. Update, I bit the bullet and changed her skin color. She now gets a 9 out of 10. Using TikTok makeup filters to design a character part, I don't even know at this point. I'm doing things a little bit differently today. I am using that blush filter to decide the accessories for my character. So she's gonna have pumpkin accessories and purple lips so far. And I wish you all could hear my reaction for the purple eyeshadow because I screamed. I kid you not. I was so excited that it matched. And then it was time for the eyeliner, in which case I got a spider one. I wanted the pumpkin one to stay on theme, but whatever. The spider's cute, and you know what? Spiders are on pumpkins sometimes. And then I got orange hair, so I was so close to absolute perfection. But anyway, I did line art off camera, and it's time for color. Her hair took me so long to ink, and my hand was hurting by the end of it, but I feel like it was so worth it because she looks phenomenal. In terms of the color, I did something a little bit different with her hair where I did a brown to orange ombre. I do feel like I brought that brown a little too far down because it covers up a lot of that orange, but I hope you all can forgive me. There's still orange there, it's just not as much as I had planned. Overall, she has to be one of my favorite ones so far, so 9.5 out of 10. One of you left a comment on one of my previous videos saying that I should use the hair filter to determine the skin color, so I'm doing that today. And once again, I am using this filter here to determine the accessories. In this case, we're getting spider accessories and gray skin. And then, not my first choice of lips, but we have a spider theme going on here, so those lips were actually perfect. For the eyeshadow, there was some pink with a little bit of gray in it. Although, honestly, I kind of forgot the gray. And then for the eyeliner, I don't know what this is. It's kind of like a bat wing, but elongated. I don't know. And then lastly, for the hair, I got gray again. So the hair's gonna match the skin, which I think could actually be quite cute. So this character is gonna be a very black and white type character with some purple and pink accents to her. Now, you all have no idea how badly I wanted to add a pink ombre into her hair, but I didn't do it. I stuck with the gray. Also, because she has a whole spider theme going on, I gave her pitch black eyes. I don't know if anybody noticed, but above her eyelids, I did 3 black dots on both sides, just to kind of bring in that spider vibe a little bit more, if it makes sense. For the most part, I really love how she turned out. She's getting an 8.5 out of 10 for me. You all know what time it is again. TikTok Halloween makeup filters design my character, and we are using this hair dye filter to determine the skin color, which is going to be gray. And her lips are going to be purple. I am just using this bluish purple as a placeholder for now. The eyeshadow filter chose gray for her, so I'm just not going to give her eyeshadow this time around. Instead of using the blush filter to determine accessories, I'm using this one again where I got the little clown jester marks. And for her eyeliner, I got this little batwing one again. I do realize that the shape of the eyeliner is wrong here. Don't worry, it's going to be fixed. And her hair color is going to be blue. I forgot to record the little transition thing from sketch to line art, but it's fine. We're just jumping right into it, I guess. Anywho, we are making a little jester character, and can I just say I am obsessed with how this one turned out? I think this character is so cute, and I could totally see somebody out there just cosplaying as her. Which would be super cool, by the way. No, but seriously, if you ever see a character that I draw and you want to cosplay as them, you are totally allowed to. I would die if somebody cosplayed a character of mine. To match her purple lips, I decided to give her purple accessories and clothes, and a little pop of yellow for fun. Overall, this character is getting a 10 out of 10 for me. She is so freaking cute! This is going to be the last of the TikTok Halloween makeup filter challenges, so let's get to it. Starting off with pink skin, because I'm using the hair filter for skin as well, and red lips. I'm just laying down that lip color, and it's time for eyeshadow. I got green eyeshadow, and all I could think was, honey, it is a little early for Christmas. Don't do this to me. And then I got normal eyeliner, so she feels very Christmassy. I used this filter and I got horns, and I'm going to give her actual horns. I hope this is okay. Then I used this filter for accessories, so she's getting rose accessories and rainbow hair. It looks like we are not ending very strong for our Halloween vibes, but I'm gonna try. In an attempt to make her look as Halloween-y as possible, I went with a desaturated pink skin color. And of course the horns definitely help too. I added red to the tips of those to kind of bring in the red horn of the filter. And then you're gonna have to trust the process on this. I know it says rainbow hair, and her hair will be rainbow, don't worry. But I decided to go down with a gray base just to make the colors a little less intense or bright. I was really trying to make her look as Halloween themed as I could with what I was given, but she's gonna have to get like a 6 out of 10 for me.